All right, and we're back.
We're back. BDG versus AzianGlow. This is the third round and the final round of the round robin. After this game, we will be playing the third round match, which will also be BDG versus AzianGlow.
So we are in for a double feature of this matchup. Both these teams, unfortunately, 0-2 right now in the group, so they are guaranteed to be playing each other in the third place match afterward.
0-2, but 0-2 in two very, very close games that could have gone either way. So honestly, I'm hoping to see a really, really fun game here tonight.
And the bands coming out, we see Amumu, Alistar, and Ash coming from BDG. Some perhaps AzianGlow, were they playing these champions before? They weren't in the game that we cast.
No idea.
So, well, perhaps just some general bans. I mean, everyone hates playing against the Amumu anyway.
I mean, we had Amumu and Alistar in the game before, and Thresh and Blitzcrank was banned from the game before.
So, and then AzianGlow banning out Thresh, Blitzcrank, and Renekton. Thresh and Blitzcrank, BDG did play with him earlier, so good bans. Thresh so strong right now, and banning out Renekton, who's quite the lane bully in top.
He's really strong right now at top lane. He has so much armor shred and so much lane potential that it's generally, if you're playing against a good Renekton, it's hard to beat him.
He's incredibly strong with his laning. So once again, we have AzianGlow trolling us with the Heimerdinger hover, but we see that the Punisher has picked up his jungle Rengar that we saw earlier, and he did pretty well with it. He did end up losing, unfortunately, but he was getting some pretty good ganks off, and he definitely knows what he's doing on that champion.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun to see him on Rengar again. Purple team hovering over Heimerdinger. I'm telling you, if I see Heimerdinger actually picked, I would be so happy. But I'm pretty sure it's just going to go to Tristana.
Well,
I'm expecting Tristana and Taric again, bot lane.
Well, they did do fairly well with that. They were so close to carrying out in their last game. So we'll have to see, if that's what they're comfortable with. And of course, that's what people like to pick.
Taric Tristana was so strong.
There's the Taric. Does he switch up? Hovering on Corki and Tristana.
There's the Tristana. Taric Tristana, everybody. I actually would not be surprised to see them both run the same matchups that they ran against who's the first team?
Pals for Life.
Against Pals for Life, which would really be an interesting which would be a really, really interesting team because both teams ran a tanky comp against Pals for Life. So it would be really interesting to see two really, really tanky teams just clashing one another.
Alright, well, we'll see. Taric Tristana is a very strong lane. You can be aggressive or you can be pretty safe. It's really, you can't go wrong with it. And Malzahar locked in. Now, there is a mid that I would say is counterable.
Counterable and one that you don't see very often. Unless it's in the jungle.
Very strong, of course, very, very strong single target kill potential with his ulti and all of that percent damage if you catch him in the zone.
And also very, very great farmer. I would not be surprised if Malzahar ends up being the best farmer in the game. Just strictly with his skill set, the way it works, it makes farming so much easy. It's so easy for him.
So the new pick is the Janna for support. They did not run that before. Of course, they have a different person on their team this time. So we'll see if that works out. Janna is okay against Taric and Tristana. Really can't go wrong picking against them. Like I said, they're a pretty safe lane either way.
Janna, I actually like Janna against Tristana because if Tristana tries to go in, Janna has the whirlwind that can stop her. Janna also has her ulti to stop her. So I like the pickup for Janna, and especially with the team comp that's being produced right now. It'd be really great. It's a really great way to disengage.
And we see the Shen and Yorick pick up. It looks like taking advantage of Shen not being banned. They might run him in the jungle as Yorick's likely to be top. Jungle Shen, very strong because of his counter gank abilities, but he's not as strong of a split pusher since he does not get the gold he needs usually to duel 1v1 with a top laner. And Yorick, of course, probably being picked up solely for the Tristana Ghost with his ultimate. That late game, really scary double Tristana potential.
They just Yorick is someone that I have not seen in forever. Like, Yorick hasn't been playing in LCS.
Actually, they played him last night as a support.
I didn't see that.
It was. I'm not sure what game it was. It might have been the CLG versus Vulcan game. That's who they played, right? Yeah, they actually ran him as support. It didn't work out that well, but it was an interesting concept.
I'm just excited to see some Yorick playing out.
So we got Cho'Gath picked up, probably for top lane. Cho'Gath, a good pick against Yorick, because Yorick really brings that continuous, steady harassment when he summons the ghouls on you. And Cho'Gath, of course, has a lot of sustain through his passive, and probably if he builds like Rod of Ages or Flask.
Yeah, Cho'Gath is like one of the strongest counters to Yorick, just because of that passive. Because whenever he kills a ghoul, Cho'Gath gets the health for it. And then once Cho hits 6, that's just free things to feast on.
So Varus picked up as well. Seems to be very popular in this tournament. He's really strong right now, actually.
His percentage health from his passive is really, not his passive, but his Blighted Quiver is really what...
He'll have to be a little bit careful against Taric and Tristana, but it should be an alright lane. And on the other side, we have Lux picked up for the mid lane, which I think is a pretty good pick against Malzahar, actually. I think most of Malzahar's spells do not have as long a range as Lux's.
And nothing outside of the ulti a single target.
Yeah, so I think that Lux should be able to keep her distance from him and easily be able to farm him up, maybe pick him off with a long-range snare.
I would not be surprised if at level 7 or level 8 Malzahar flash ultis Lux for a Rengar gank. Because Rengar will be 6th at that point. So Rengar could turn invisible, Malzahar can flash ulti, and then Rengar could jump in and just mutilate Lux.
So we'll definitely see how it goes. And now we are going to go into the 3-minute waiting time before the game starts.
So we don't have certain people ghosting, because ghosting is bad.
Yeah, I heard there were some like dirty, terrible cheaters out there.
Dirty.
What was the team that did it in like that one like MLG?
Zubu?
Yeah, Zubu or whatever. All right. So I think that the purple team, AzianGlow, is really going to be looking to get toward that late game and just play a protect the Tristana comp, make the Tristana Ghost, have Shen ulti her and guard her. Tristana's like going to be all of their damage late game, and on the other hand, Blue just has like a kind of more like all around.
They have a stronger
all
mid
around,
game.
Very strong mid game. They have a lot of CC with the Varus ulti, Janet Tornado, Cho'Gath knockup as well.
Blue team needs to play this game fast. I mean, this is the same as the game before. They can't allow this game to get to 40 minutes, or else purple team will have a very, very strong chance.
And they also want to take advantage. Cho'Gath is a lot bigger and stronger at the start of the game. When he's got his feast stacks early on, he's incredibly hard to kill. So he should probably be looking to take advantage of that in some early team fights, I would imagine. We'll see. Once again, I think it's really going to come down to if Rengar can do well in the jungle. He's really, like I said, one of those junglers that is not as popular, because if he doesn't get the kills, if he doesn't get assists, then he really falls off harder than some other than more popular ones that perhaps bring more CC, like Jarvan or like Zac.
So lane-wise, I mean, we already talked about top lane. We touched a little bit on mid lane. Bot lane, what do you think is going to happen?
I really think that it might just be a big farm fest. I think Taric will have a hard time approaching Varus and Janna to land that stun, but we'll see. Whereas on the other hand, like, it's hard for it. Neither Janna's not really that aggressive of a support usually.
She can be. I've seen some Jannas that I wouldn't go aggressive with Varus, but if you have like a Tristana, I would totally go all in with Janna if I could.
Yeah, that shield is crazy. So
it's just the disengage is going to be really, really strong mid game to late game.
So we'll really have to see where the action's going to come. I think that you're right about Malzahar. If he can land a flash and do his entire combo on Lux really quick, then he can definitely get a kill on her after 6. Malzahar really just one of those champions that can 100 to 0 pretty much anybody. His Void Zone does the percent health magic damage, so pretty much strong no matter who you hit it on.
So the question is then, what would you build on Malzahar? Would you go for a Leandries for more of an AoE damage, or would you go for like a Deathfire Grasp so that you can do that 100 to 1, 100 to 0?
Well, I think that he's really going to need I think he's really going to need a high AP build. They have a pretty tanky team. Yorick, Shen, and Tarek up in the front line. Usually they all build pretty tanky, so you really want to melt through one of them, especially if you can kill Yorick like before. If he can land his Nether Grasp on Yorick before he ultis like Tristana, then you can force him to perhaps ulti himself or not even ulti at all, and that's a really big shutdown.
Skin War right now 3 for 2.
Oh man, so BDG has this in their favor. Definitely could be getting their first win of the tournament. Have the skins won every game so far?
I don't remember. I don't remember about last game. No, because Purple Team had more skins last game and they lost.
Well, just shows that Blue really earned it.
We should be jumping in here shortly. We're waiting for Jackson to finish loading. He's stuck at 94%.
Scrub. Scrub loader.
There we go. We're finally in the game. Tarek and Jana both with biscuits and wards. Not wards, but the Explorer ward.
Do that. So we'll see if any level 1 action comes out. Tristana immediately heading toward top lane. They might be looking to reverse the lanes here. Tristana and Tarek are both going toward top, and Yorick and Shen heading toward bottom there. Whereas Blue is all grouped up, rushing down mid, so they might be trying to get some kind of invade. We got Cho'Gath already going into that side brush. Lux not doing a good job of spotting this. She should have gone further up mid, but oh man, they could definitely get the jump on Lux. We'll see.
They are planning on invading. If they invade, it's going to be a 5-on-3 there. They do have the CC. They do have the CC with the knockup and both Cho's knockup and Jana's knockup to make this happen.
If Cho can land his knockup and Jana can follow up with the tornado, that's exactly what they need to secure first blood. And they go outside the brush. Cho's gonna have to land a long range knockup. She didn't flash it, and flash, and
there's the ignite, and there's Malzahar getting first blood.
She needed to flash that Cho'Gath knockup. A little bit slow of a reaction, and she pays for it.
That's gonna be free blue for them right there. Shen, this is gonna really hurt Shen and Yorick. Everyone's going B right now. Malzahar is going to grab that first kill, but he's not going to go back and take advantage of that extra gold. Rengar actually...
I wonder if they'll pass off this blue to Malzahar, actually, since Rengar is not so blue dependent.
I would pass it off. I would pass it off, and I would let Malzahar really just...
Take advantage
of this game, of his lane.
So we see Shen actually heading toward the blue side blue buff, but Cho'Gath's already there kind of looking for him. Unfortunately, they're not going to see each other, or fortunate for Shen, but still, he's going to be significantly delayed in his jungle.
Rengar does end up taking blue, but does not clear the camp.
And he saved his smite, whereas Shen, you can see, is not getting a good leash. He's going to have to smite that blue buff. That's going to allow Rengar to go right to his red buff, which he's doing now, and get his ganks off faster.
1v2, who's a better 1v2, or Yorick or Cho'Gath?
Now, it's interesting that they swapped lanes, actually, because both of the top laners are strong 1v2 laners. They can both CS from a distance. Cho'Gath obviously has a ton of sustain. Yorick obviously has a ton of sustain. They both have ranged ways to last hit, and they both have sustain. So, really, I don't think either of them is going to gain too much from this 1v2.
Now, would you play this 1v2 as a push or as a farm? As far as pushing lanes or farming lanes?
I think you always push. I'm a fan of always pushing in the 1v2. I think that... Oh, Cho'Gath getting a little bit off his turret, and he's taking a good amount of damage there. He did go cloth in 5 pots, which is going to be a good start for him against his lane, whereas Yorick only has 3 health pots right now, and that's going to make it so much harder for him.
Tristana is actually a really good pick for this 1v2 because she has what's it called, the explosive shot, which mitigates health regen.
Man, you can see they're letting Cho'Gath get these last hits for free. She's not playing aggressive enough. You can see Yorick getting punished for every last hit he wants to go take.
Look at that damage.
Oh no, why would you do that? Oh!
Jerickson just taking way too many turret hits. Almost actually got killed by minions and the turret hit there. That was not a good exchange at all.
Oh, and that's going to blow all of his health pots now just because a simple mistake. He probably did not mean to go that far into the turret. And we can see Cho'Gath taking some damage, trading decently because the minions are actually hitting back onto Tristana there. But Tristana and Taric are certainly in a better position than Janna and Varus now, since he's out of health pots. And you can see Yorick's going to be able to shove him out of lane eventually.
Top lane, Rengar went up for a gank towards Tristana and Taric. They were able to get some damage down, but wasn't able to get the kill. Just get some pressure off at Cho'Gath up there. Cho'Gath doing a better job than Yorick farming right now, 17-11, but Tristana ahead of Varus right now, 24-20.
Oh, and Rengar's in that brush. He might be looking for the kill.
That's not a good idea.
If Taric lands his Shatter, he's still got his Shatter up, but he doesn't have any mana. Oh, Rengar smartly using the brush he should be able to secure a kill on Taric.
Tristana, I think Tristana completely misplayed that because had she kept auto-attacking Rengar, I'm pretty sure Rengar would have died. Tristana just kept running away and did not auto-attack. Just even if she had orb walked, I think it would have really...
Looks like they were able to force that Yorick out of lane. He's now heading toward top. I guess he was having a little bit too hard of a time down there. Wants to switch back. So Tristana will probably recall soon. And
this entire situation, this entire lane switch was not a good idea for purple. It did not work out for purple at all because now Yorick is 13 minions behind Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath did end up getting a kill from Taric, and so just gold wise right now, Cho'Gath has 700 more gold than Yorick, which this early in the game is a huge difference.
You can see that Tristana is doing well with the last hit, so staying ahead. Ooh, just now clearing the blue buff.
Shen just assumed that blue buff had been cleared, so he didn't actually go for it.
That's going to be a long time before Lux gets that, and that can be pretty painful because Lux farms a lot better with blue, can be a lot more aggressive. It's very important for her. Let me see, Tristana actually picking up the Zerker Greaves first.
That's an interesting
choice. A little unusual. I think it's a little bit of a weak choice, actually. Does not provide you with the sustain you want or the damage you want for poking. Whereas Varus with the Vampiric Scepter, he's gonna hit harder and he's gonna sustain better. He's gonna come out ahead in those trades. So now we got the two top laners up here together, and these guys are so tanky and have so much sustain
that they're just going to farm it out. They're not going to care about
this. Should just be a big farm fest. Look at Cho'Gath's build. He's got a chain vest with his cloth armor already. He is going to be a wall up there. Luckily for Yorick, his ghoul explosions do deal magic damage, so he's not going to be...
Oh, this might be bad for Taric. Rengar is in there. Taric does not know that Rengar is in there.
Oh, and...
Rengar is jumping in. Rengar does not have red buff or a stun. He did get the slow on Taric. Varus able to chunk down Tristana a little bit. Taric with a stun on Rengar to try and just get them away. It was a good gank. They were able to chunk down Taric and Tristana pretty well, and this will give Varus a pretty good advantage right now in lane until Tristana goes back.
Not to mention that Janna killed 2 wards with that 1 pink ward but near Dragon, and Taric doesn't have any more wards now, so they're either going to have to play really safe or risk being ganked.
I would go B. There's no point in staying right now because you don't have ward coverage, you don't have anything, and so really... you're just losing a lot of pressure right now, bot lane.
And the two top laners keep on farming.
Shen coming in right now for a gank on Cho'Gath.
Oh,
gets a nice taunt on there. York with the slow. Cho'Gath with a nice knock-up, getting them out and flashing away to get away from them both.
Perhaps a little unnecessary on the flash, but once again, rather safe than sorry. Good gank by Shen. He knew that Cho'Gath didn't have any wards down. He's been pushed back to his tower, and you can see the wards in his inventory.
And so, like we were talking about the advantage earlier that happened, look at what the advantage is now. Cho'Gath is almost 20 CS now above Yorick.
That 2-3-1 swap just did not work out. Also, the bottom turret, if you show it, it's almost dead. It has a sliver of health. That's not good this early. All that global gold just sitting there. It's about to go down.
And the top wasn't touched at all.
Yeah. I realized their plan just completely backfiring. But overall, it's 9 minutes in, and they're only down like 1.5k gold. So not that bad. Cho'Gath's getting kind of low. York might be able to go for a kill soon.
But the thing is though, York doesn't have much mana, so he's not going to be able to ulti himself if he needs to.
Yeah. Oh, this Cho'Gath is getting really brave, staying in there. Oh, and Tarek throws the stun on Janna. That's going to allow Varus to trade pretty well with Tristana.
And there's the ulti from Malzahar onto Shen.
Oh,
Not
man.
enough though to get him down.
Oh, but the Ignite and the Malefic Visions do pick up the kill.
Great job of Malzahar there. Great awareness of damage potential from your champion to be able to just take down Shen.
And if you look, Malzahar is level 9. Shen is still level 5. So that's a huge difference.
That's a bad thing to happen right now. You need Shen to be 6 right now. Rengar is 6. Everyone else on the other team is 6, and Shen is still 5. If we look at him right now, he's only halfway to 6. So that's just, he is so far behind right now in experience. And with Shen, if you don't have your ulti, I mean,
yeah, like that's the strong point of Shen. You can see Varus and Janna really just bullying Tristana and Tarek now.
Top lane, as you guys might have remembered, they were all low, and now they're all full health again.
Cho'Gath did go back and buy. He's got the Glacial Shroud now, so he'll probably be rushing a Frozen Heart, which is a good choice because Purple is putting, like I said, they're putting so many eggs in their Tristana basket, and the Frozen Heart is just a great way to shut down any kind of carry.
And it's just, York has not gone back, and it's going to cause so many issues. Cho'Gath, you're right, Cho'Gath went back, and look, the lead's up now to 25.
He's just CSing better and holding his lane. He's got too much sustain.
Shen now coming up top lane. I think just to get him off and try to get at least some.
Just trying to cover the lane while York goes back, which is exactly what Shen needs. He needs that experience, but he needs to be careful. Once again, level 5 versus level 9.
And Cho'Gath will have his feast in about 15 seconds.
Cho'Gath is 3 levels up on him. Shen just hit 6, but that is a lot.
That's a great snare by Lux there. Able to fire her combo. Good job right there. Able to chunk Malzahar.
She does miss the laser, though, unfortunately. Did not quite fire off her combo quick enough, but still good harass. And Lux will be looking to pick up her blue soon, as it has come up now.
Varus, again, deciding to go for the Bork, while Tristana deciding to go for the BF sword. No sustain at all. No lifesteal, nothing. So any damage that gets on her is going to stick.
Tarek does have the heal, but it's very mana intensive, so
and he's not maxing it. He's not maxing it. He's maxing it.
No, well, you don't max the heal. You don't do that. So pretty passive game, more or less.
Interesting enough, now Malzahar does have his ulti again, and he's gonna have ignite in about 25 seconds. So you might see another ulti ignite.
Yes, he's definitely harassed Lux down. She's at about half health. He can easily kill her if he's able to close the range distance and get her with that ult. But that's exactly what I said, the strong point of Lux. She can just stay far enough.
And there it is. He's going to go for it.
And but the turret's going to kill Malzahar possibly.
And he didn't ignite.
And they both get away with just slivers of health.
Malzahar did not ignite there. I don't know if that was just a mistake or he thought he had the kill, but
I think she was out of range. Possibly. I mean, Ignite doesn't have that long of range. Oh man, that ulting while he had the turret aggro was so risky, and I think both of them were hoping to kill the other person there. It definitely looked like Lux was trying to bait that.
Malzahar with a needlessly large run and amplifying tome already. Lux rushing the Athene's Holy Grail. Just Malzahar 20 CS above. Cho'Gath now 40 CS above. Shen coming in right now for a gank. Able to get through that bush. Tristana.
Oh, they're going in too soon though. Shen just used his taunt to get into the brush. He doesn't have it off cooldown yet. And yeah, they really kind of blew that one by going too soon. He needed to wait for that cooldown so he could CC them.
Honestly, I would have had Tristana jump in and Shen ulti Tristana.
And right now we can see the effects of Tristana going for that BF sword instead of any kind of sustain. She's at such low health and she has no way to get it back. And it looks like she's going to have to recall in order to heal up. Probably pick up a Vamp Scepter or a couple Dorns. Meanwhile, on top, farming. But we can really see that one of them's farming better than the other. Cho'Gath is really extending his lead. He's 50 CS up now. It's just huge. And it's not even because he's applying pressure. I think York is just missing some of the last hits that he should be getting.
And here's the thing also. The items, bot lane, Varus and Jan was able to finish off that turret that was really low health already. Taric hiding in this bush right now might want to try to do something sneaky and get the kill there. But as far as top lane is concerned, what are the things that York had bought? York bought Tear the Goddess, which doesn't really give you any other stats other than mana and mana regen.
Well, that's what York needs. Oh, Cho'Gath diving him, using Feast and Ignite, able to pick him off. Shen coming up, 4 levels behind Cho'Gath. This is not going to go well for him. He has almost no way to kill that. And Cho is not scared in the slightest.
Rengar 8 ulting in, trying to get a gank to happen down here. Is going to go after Tristana. Varus with a nice ulti on Tristana is able to snare Tristana. Just barely gets away.
Oh, and the arrow does not reach her. Varus is trying to chase her down, pops his flash. He might be able to get her. His spells are almost off cooldown. Meanwhile, Rengar does pick up Taric.
And the juke from Tristana. Look at this. Just barely able to get away.
Oh, and she needs to just recall right where she's at before she's spotted. She's going to rocket jump over toward mid and recall safely. Good juke by Tristana. Varus, unfortunately, just comes up short with his flash.
And meanwhile, while all that stuff was going on, Shen top lane got completely demolished by Cho and had to go back. And it's just here.
Not surprising, this Cho'Gath is just getting out of control in top lane. He just picked up an entire wit's end, so he's just going to be bullying York even more. The magic resist is going to help him sustain more, and those auto attacks are going to hurt even more. York is not going to have a good time up there, as he's just going to fall further and further behind.
And it's just, I mean, and I'm going to talk about again just the items. Just going for the Tear of the Goddess and going for the Mercury Treads early. You have no way of trading. The only thing you really bought for trades is a little bit of magic resist. So anything that Cho has armor. Cho has a Glacial Shroud, which gives cooldown reduction. Cho just finished a Wit's End, which gives attack speed. So really, Cho has so many items that allows him to really trade effectively.
And of course attack speed is good on Cho. Of course he gets those Vorpal spikes for his auto attacks. Very nice. Oh and man, he doesn't even care about the turret. Oh, misses the rupture.
Oh, Shen coming in with the ulti. Is it going to will he be able to get the taunt off on Cho?
I don't think he can kill him. Cho is too big. I think he can kill.
Just look at all the damage that Shen isn't doing.
And here comes Rengar. If Cho'Gath baits this one out, Rengar
has his ulti in 5 seconds. He's going to go in and be able to get the kill on at least one person.
And there's no ward. They have no way to... No, but Cho doesn't even need him. He finishes off York 2v1. They kill York's ghost, and now they're going to press onto the turret. They could potentially dive this one. Cho'Gath.
I would dive it.
Cho'Gath does not have Ignite or his ulti. Well, that
should be the kill right there.
And looks like they should be able to finish this off. Rengar coming in.
There we go. Rengar picking up that kill. Unofficial. No, not an unofficial double kill. I'm sorry. Cho got the first one.
Yeah, that's a turret in Shen, George.
Sorry.
That doesn't give you a double kill.
Meanwhile, mid lane, It's just still another farm fest. Malzahar now 30 CS above Lux. Bot lane, really nothing interesting outside of the turret that they got. It's pretty. I mean, Tristana's ahead by 10, but Varus does have the 2 assists, which pulls them up ahead by about 40 gold. So they're practically even.
So very even game. The one thing that Blue does have going, they have 2 turrets down now, so they can start pressing more objectives. They can press onto that dragon, go for middle turret, try to get that map control, and start really
They need to start. Well, I honestly
tightening their grip in this game. We're 18 minutes in, and they are up 6k gold. That's really significant, and most of that is coming from the top lane. This Cho'Gath is huge.
Varus getting a nice snare off on Tristana, on Taric.
Forcing the flash, and Tristana uses her ulti to ensure their safety. And looks like the pings are going down on Dragon. They have a pink ward there. Cho'Gath has come down. Yorick is stuck top.
Rengar was able to get the kill on Lux mid lane.
Yep, and they know that Lux is dead. Yorick's top, and Taric just went B from that Varus ulti. So they're going to pick up a free dragon. And meanwhile, Malzahar looks like he's going to pick up that mid turret for free as well.
And Cho'Gath just does not care. Look at this show. Look how big he is.
The flash. Oh, if he lands a rupture.
No, he's got the ignite on him.
And Cho'Gath, smart use of flash to land that feast on Tristana.
Great job by Cho'Gath to get that kill on Tristana. It was just really beautiful with the feast and the ignite and the auto attacks. Really just a wonderful job.
Oh man, they're just extending their lead. I said it was a couple thousand before, but now it is up to 9,000. 3 turrets, dragon, and 9 kills in their favor. Blue side is playing the perfect game so far with no deaths.
This is,
Purple needs to. What they need to take advantage of Shen's ulti.
And Shen just got caught off. No, I take that back.
Good ulti by Janna to try to save Varus, but there was too much there. Getting hit by that entire Lux combo.
Yeah, I said that Shen got caught. That was my bad. Varus got completely pincered by the rest of the team. They were able to find Varus and Rengar there. Sorry, Varus and Taric.
Oh man. And Cho'Gath just doing what he does and killing Taric easily. You can see the level difference is huge. Taric level 9, Cho'Gath 13.
Malzahar is 14 also. And it's, I mean, the gold advantage is there. The experience advantage, the level advantage is there. And right now, Purple Team is just, they have to find some way to get back into this game. They need to farm up. They need to stop getting caught. They need to stop dying. They just need to find somehow, some way to get themselves to a point to where
Cho'Gath leaves Yorick because he needs that farm. There's a large wave of minions top. And you know what? Cho'Gath has been roaming this entire time. He picked up 2 kills bottom. He helped secure Dragon. And he is still 80 CS ahead of Yorick, who's been trying to catch up top.
185 CS. Oh my gosh, I missed another kill.
Scrub. Yeah. It's okay. Lux
fired her laser.
Yeah, Lux able to pick off Malzahar after he tried to kill Shen. He used his ulti to try to pick off Shen. Wasn't quite enough damage, and it's okay.
What I was going to say is, I mean, it's 21 minutes into the game. 21 and a half minutes into the game, and Cho has 5 kills and 190 CS. Like, this is ridiculous how much money he has. He has 8,000 gold, 3,000 more than anyone else on the other team.
And Rengar just needs to keep landing his attacks onto that Taric. With that red buff, he is...
Tristana with a nice ulti right before Cho was going to feast.
Oh, very good save by Tristana. Good awareness to know that she needed to use that ulti and it would knock them both back.
And they're just going to take that.
Varus takes that red buff. Good for the team. And they are looking to kill this Yorick top, who is farming a little bit too far from his turret.
Good flash
Avoids the Varus ulti and the Cho'Gath rupture. Definitely saves his life. But meanwhile, there's still just no answer for this Cho'Gath. He's probably sitting on a lot of gold right now too.
Yeah, he's sitting right now on 2,000 gold.
He is a monster. He is painful and he is tanky, and there is not much that can be done about it. Now,
this could be bad. Rengar, blue team sees purple team there. Rengar's going to jump in on Shen. Great knockup by Cho'Gath to get Shen here. Varys not having...
Oh, great Lux laser hitting everyone, but it's not enough. And, Lux gets hit by the rupture, and she might go down as well. Cho'Gath doesn't care about that turret. He eats her, and
York
ults
Tristana, and Tristana jumps away. Just a little miscommunication there.
And you can see that's... Oh, man. Rengar's being a man right here, and
they're going to go for this.
Pays for it with his life. Cho'Gath also might pay for it. Tarek's definitely going down. And they'd be wise not to chase anymore, I think.
Yeah, especially Malzahar coming in. Malzahar does have his ulti, so
Tristana ran away from her turret, but they might not know, so I think she's going to be safe.
Yeah, I think she's fine.
You can see their game plan coming into action there. The York ult immediately going down on Tristana just to get that extra damage coming out from the Ghost. But they were a little bit too caught out there. Shen is not as tanky as he needs to be. You can see when they're focusing the tank and still winning team fights, that is not good for your team.
So, when you have a Cho that has an Iceborne Gauntlet and Wit's End.
Interesting that he went for the Iceborne Gauntlet. I think because he's so far ahead, he doesn't care that much. Usually,
this is gonna be bad. Oh my god!
With the ignite, Tristana
that was a wonderful,
good job,
wonderful snare by Lux to get Malzahar caught in that bush right there. I would have given that kill to Tristana. Tristana needs to get money so that she can start getting items.
And that is why you do not face check.
Well, it's interesting enough because there was a ward in there.
Yeah. I think maybe she couldn't have seen it because of the way the corners are. Yeah. I don't know. But good job by Lux taking advantage of that. See, that's exactly the strength of Lux, being able to catch people out. But yet they continue to push even with Malzahar dead. They don't care. Cho'Gath does not care. They can stun him. He's gonna walk away. He's fine.
So. I mean, there's a 9K advantage right now. What can Purple Team do to get back in this game?
Well, more things exactly like that Lux snare. They just need to get those pickoffs. Perhaps they have the Shen ulti, so they can try to bait people into like one-on-ones and then have Shen come to turn the tide. Things like that, and really just hold up on their turrets. I mean, Cho'Gath's tanky, but he didn't go for that Frozen Heart, so he's not as tanky as he could be. The Frozen Fist or the Iceborne Gauntlet is still pretty good for tanking, but it's not as good, and that's going to make it harder for them to tower dive. So if they just hold up on their turrets, perhaps let Shen even split push a little bit with his ulti, with some good ward coverage, they can still do this. So unfortunately,
in a team fight situation, do you focus Cho? Does Cho need to die?
I don't even know. He's so big right now. It's incredibly difficult to kill, but he's also he's so painful. He's even picked up a longsword, so he's going to be building more damage items. And this
Tristana's in a bad spot right now, but it went away.
Smartly jumps away quickly. Does not even test the waters of messing with Cho'Gath.
Cho'Gath right now has 2,800 health and 182 armor, 186 attack damage, well, with the shield.
And that is the Tri-Warded Brush.
He is just so strong right now. It's just disgusting.
Their gold lead now over 10K.
This is a bad call for Shen. Shen just walked into a bad bush right there and got himself caught.
That's exactly what you don't want in a situation like this. They could probably press onto Baron. They have a decent team for it. Cho'Gath can easily tank it, and Malzahar and Varus both melt Baron. Varus has the Blade of the Ruined King plus his percent health passive, and Varus and Malzahar with his percent health pool. But I guess they don't want to go for that.
And Cho'Gath's true damage on his ulti.
They're going to take advantage of it and try split pushing.
There's a 4v3 going on. Tarek flashing in, trying to get a stunt on Cho'Gath, but it's not going to be enough.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Malzahar picked up another turret for free bottom lane, taking advantage of the 4v5 situation with Shen dead. And it's really just extending their lead even further.
Tristana deciding to not opt in for attack speed but instead grabbing a last whisper. I think that needs to be done. Honestly, Cho'Gath. No. Cho'Gath found the Tristana, and he's gonna grab himself a bread buff.
Using his feast on that, so he won't be quite as deadly for the next minute, but Good steal still. Red buff actually incredibly strong on him since now he'll slow even more.
And with Furor on him, there's no way you're going to get away from Cho. Furor plus Iceborne Gauntlet plus red buff. If you can get away from him,
then you are Tristana.
great snare there by Lux. Oh my gosh! Was almost able to kill Varus from 100 to nothing.
And that's exactly the kind of thing. The later in the game, like as soon as Lux finishes her death cap that she's probably building toward, that's when she'll be able to 100 to 0 Varus if she lands her combo like that. And those are the kind of moves that will get you back in the game.
Now, the thing about farming, we've been talking so much about Cho and his farm. I mentioned earlier how great of a farmer Malzahar can be, and I mean Malzahar had a 20 CS advantage during laning phase. Look where it's gone up to right now. 60 CS advantage. Malzahar is almost as far ahead from Lux as Cho is from Yorick.
Which is just part of why the gold gap is so incredibly high. They have better. I mean, to be fair, Tristana it does have more farm than Varus right now, but not only the kills and the global objectives, but also the last hits. They are just doing a good job of taking every opportunity to get money. And now it looks like they're setting up for the Baron. Janus has the Oracle.
Cho'Gath already started it. Cho'Gath doesn't care.
They're warding it up, and I told you they had a good Baron team. You'll see Malzahar put down his pool on Baron, and Varus start. Well, Varus looks like he's just going to bait out mid to try to throw him off. I'm surprised he's not heading over there, actually. I mean, he will still get this, but Varus does make it significantly faster. But I guess it is fine. And Purple Team just has no idea. You see, they don't even react to it at all. And now they're heading over.
Now they know.
But it's already too late. In fact, he might get caught. And, just barely getting out of range of that rupture.
Good luck, Snare, to try to just get Cho away from there.
Good disengage.
Now, Baron lasts for 4 minutes, so they just got. Not only do they have
they need to give up this turn immediately.
Not only do they have a 13k advantage for real, but Baron pretty much gives the team another 10,000 gold advantage with all of the stats that they give. So it's just the.
Well, that was a good call to give up the outer turret. It was low on health, and you don't want to fight there. And fighting in your base is so much easier. Purple really just wants to try to hold their towers and nothing else. Blue should probably swing around the top and pick up that outer turret. It's good to pick up the easier objectives.
Cho doing a good job of just continuing on farming.
Yep, so he definitely knows what he's doing when it comes to farming. Oh, Lux flashing for the snare.
Great!
Could be a good pickoff if she actually kills him. Tristana lands the ulti. Good pickoff, and they're going to get Malzahar too. Double pick kills.
That was a great reaction by Purple Team. They saw that.
And what a smart play by Lux, knowing that she could land that snare if she flashed. That was really ballsy, and it paid off incredibly. They should get a turret or two against a team that has a 10k advantage and Baron. Well, that's huge.
Yeah, it's just the.
Cho'Gath coming in.
Cho'Gath
kills Tristana. She does have the Yorick Ghost.
It's a 2v4 right now. Cho'Gath with a double kill. Rengar now ulting and going in for the Shen. Janna ulting out, trying to get some. Just
Cho'Gath killing the Tristana Ghost. And Rengar looks like he might be able to pick off the Shen.
Oh, good taunt away. I don't know if she's. Oh, Rengar flashes in.
Using the flash, landing the slow, and he's going to get that. And he should be able to come out and help slow down this Yorick so Cho'Gath can pick him off. Exactly that. Oh, but the Lux Laser.
Great Lux Laser to pick up Rengar.
But Cho'Gath might be able to pick this up, and he does.
Just look how big he is. 9-0-5, and he only lost half his health.
And he's picked up the Phage now. Not sure if he'll be going for Trinity Force or Frozen Mallet, but either way, he's going to be doing even more with his auto attacks. Interesting build. I have not seen a Cho'Gath build this far into auto attacking usually, but when you are so far ahead, I guess it's effective.
I mean, really.
But
there's just no fun when you build tank when you're so far ahead. You just want to kill everybody.
Tristana is getting the tools necessary to counter this, though. She's going toward that Blade of the Ruined King. She already has a Last Whisper. Blade of the Ruined King obviously going to be good against a Cho'Gath that has 6 stacks of Feast. And they do have a really scary late game team if they can make it there. Double Tristana with the Yorick Ghost, that is very strong, and it's going to be hard to kill her when you have Shen ulti and Terex.
Yeah, I mean the fact that blue team is not. Oh, this is a bad call for Lux. Oh, Lux is in a very bad spot. Just look at the damage by Cho'Gath right there, taking out Lux. Lux was going in. I'm not sure if she was going in for a ward or whatnot, but
she was trying to pick off the Malzahar, actually. She did land her snare on Malzahar, but and she did not.
And then she found a Cho.
Yeah. And now they're going to be pushing in. It's 4v4 since Rengar is off bottom, but with Cho'Gath, it is more than a 4v4.
Cho'Gath is like a 7v4. Cho'Gath is huge. Cho'Gath right now with 3,200 health.
Looks like they're just going with the full split push. We see Malzahar pushing top, Rengar pushing bottom. Ooh, Cho'Gath takes a lot of his health.
Now here's the thing. Here's the thing that's going good for purple team. Blue team is being is playing this game very, very slowly.
Yeah.
Which I mean, the thing with League of Legends is that champions can only buy 6 items. So once you hit 6 items, you can't get any stronger. So the later this game goes on, the closer to 6 items the purple team will get.
And like I said, once Tristana gets that Blade of the Ruined King, which it looks like she's recalling right now to go by, she's going to become a lot stronger.
Yep, she's got it.
That is a great counter item for Cho. He's got so much health with those feast stacks, and with the Phage contributing even more. He's going to suddenly find that he's not as tanky as he was before.
Yeah, and the build that he's building may be fun, but hey, if purple team starts coming back, that build's going to start haunting him.
And you can see that Cho'Gath just picked up a Frozen Mount that's even more just straight health. So Tristana is going to start being able to shred him.
Rengar now bot lane, ulting in, going after Tristana. Rengar does have the Iceborne Gauntlet. Tristana just gets blown up. But no, she actually ulties Rengar away. I think she might have been able to kill him.
I'm not sure.
Because Rengar had bursted him. She does have Blade of the Ruined King, which she did not use.
Yeah, it's definitely a possibility. But when you're so far behind, sometimes your confidence, of course, goes down, and you're not sure if you can kill someone.
It's 35 minutes into the game right now, 20-8, 6 towers to 1, 56.4k to 40.2k. This has been Blue's game all along. But the thing is, Blue's not ending it. They're just allowing purple team to keep farming. They just want to... Blue team just keeps wanting to farm and wants to get more and more items just so that they can have them. But that may backfire as purple team starts catching up.
They definitely need to focus on taking an inhibitor.
Oh, Shen's going to get caught up by Shen here. By Cho'Gath here.
Shen is not tanky enough for this. If Cho lands this Rupture, Shen should... Oh, they were preparing the Death Bush. Unfortunately, Cho does not chase into it. But yes, the later this game goes, I mean, purple actually has an incredibly strong late game. Lux obviously scales hugely. Tristana scales better than Varus, and once Shen gets his items, he can start split pushing. And Blue doesn't really have an answer to that. They don't have anyone with teleport. So if this game drags on another 10 minutes, you'll probably see purple have a lot better chance.
This fight is going to be interesting right here. Now, this is going to be the first team fight where Tristana actually has both Last Whisper and Blade of the Ruined King. So we're going to see just how if she will be able to do enough damage to withhold the turret and actually maybe even somewhat win a fight.
Oh man, they need to capitalize on that lucky snare and put some damage down. Tristana doing an okay job poking. He is playing a little bit scared, but for good reason.
Here's what I think is going to happen. I think blue team... Oh, never mind. Blue team sees Shen top lane. They're going to go after him.
But he is going to stand united to York. Get right out of there. Not taking any chances. And Baron is respawned now. And purple doesn't have any vision for it.
I'd go for it. I just go for it.
It looks like they're trying to bait purple into it. But purple just doesn't even seem interested in caring about the Baron, so looks like they are going to go kill it.
I wouldn't. You can't fight them 5v5
without a turret. No.
In an open field.
Oh, but Baron is so strong. Oh, they should have. Oh, they need to go for a steal
look how
or something.
fast this thing is going down.
Blade of the Ruined King plus Varus' passive plus Malzahar's pool does some serious damage. And with that Baron buff, I think that they will have the confidence to tower dive one of these inhibitor turrets.
Cho'Gath now going for a Leandries, which procs off of the Vorpal spikes.
So his auto attacks will be doing % health damage. Of course, that's magic damage, and he doesn't have any spell pen or armor pen, so it's a little bit of a weakness of his build.
Cho'Gath now going in. Just look at that! Look at that damage! Just Tristana and the turret were both able to just chunk down Cho'Gath to a third of it, take away a third of his health. And there comes the dive.
And Tristana is forced to run away. Actually ends up dying. Comes back as a Yorick ghost. Great Zonias by Malzahar, but it's not going to be enough. He's going to be picked up. It's 1 for 2 right now.
Shen's going to go down.
Shen flashing away just barely. They need to retreat and leave this inhibitor to die. That Baron regen is too strong on blue, and they're going to regen their health and be ready to fight.
That was a 2 for 1 right there, almost a 3 for 1. Really, honestly, if Tristana did not get chunked as hard as she did, that could have gone the other way.
A really good rupture by Cho'Gath, and the rest of the team, the entire team follows it up. They know exactly who they have to go for, and immediately take Tristana out of the fight.
And Rengar's ult is up right now, so if anyone comes in, Rengar is going to come in and just assassinate them.
Definitely a possibility. It's interesting to see the Iceborne Gauntlet on Rengar. I think
I've never seen that before.
Yeah, I've never really seen that, but it makes a little bit of sense. He does have some AP scaling on his battle cry, and of course the Sheen proc is good for his burst.
Taking another dragon here, just trying to get more items.
Blue has extended their gold lead to 20,000, and they now have 1 inhibitor down. They still have their Baron buff. Or 2, they got the middle inhibitor?
They did.
Okay, 2 inhibitors down, and they still have some time on their Baron buff. They should be pushing in for bottom very shortly. Purple needs some kind of miracle.
Well, I mean, time keeps ticking. It's 40 minutes.
And Tristana going for a Bloodthirster as her next item. Not as good of a choice as a Phantom Dancer, honestly.
I honestly wouldn't even go with a Phantom Dancer. I'd go with a Static Shiv. She needs to split off her damage because everyone's building armor right now. Well, I take that back. I mean, I'm wrong. I'm sorry. I was thinking about last game. No, everyone's got split damage. So yeah, I would go with. I don't know. I'd go with a Bloodthirster. Or I would maybe even go with a GA.
Well, man, this Cho'Gath 11-0 has really been the dominating force this entire game. He's so strong right now. He can basically go up 1v2, sometimes even 1v3. And I just don't know if there's an answer for him. And Jungle Shen has never gotten big enough and they've been too far behind for him to actually effectively split push.
You know what could work? The Hurricane. Because not only would the Cho'Gath going right now for a kill on Tristana.
Yorick Ghost goes down, but a little prematurely, I guess.
I would not have ulted.
Yeah, but we'll see. Cho'Gath's going to pick off that Tristana Ghost. It goes down.
And there goes that turret. Third inhibitor is about to go down.
Lux Laser goes across, actually lands a lot of damage on them. Malzahar ulti onto Yorick to kill him. This inhibitor is going to go down. Tristana does manage to kill Varus with her ulti. That's really huge, taking out the enemy AD carry.
That was a 1-for-1 right there, but you got super minions coming through now.
Yeah, 3 inhibitors down.
And Rengar going in for Shen top lane.
It doesn't look like anyone's even heading up there to save him.
Well, mid lane, we got a fight going on. Cho'Gath was able to get a rupture on Lux, and Lux goes down. Tarek's going to go down. Tristana's going top, trying to see if she can get something done with Rengar.
She should be able to kill him. Ooh.
And that shield.
Janna's shield. Clutch save by Janna. Oh, Tristana's in a lot of trouble now. Her rocket jump's still on cooldown. Cho'Gath does not care, and she goes down. And that will be the game. Really quite a snowball game from Blue side. Everything going their way since the very first blood on their invade.
Yeah, it was really just it was Blue's game all along. There was nothing that Purple Team did to get back in the game.
They had some nice pickoffs, but it was not enough, and Cho'Gath really just dominated his lane, and there was no answer.
Yeah, like really if I mean, MVP goes to Cho'Gath.